Hello, my Slimming World family. I hope you're all doing well and that you are enjoying whatever plan of eating you may be following, if you're following one, and sticking with it no matter what. Why am I on? This is future me coming on to introduce the video, which I forgot to do when I started filming, and also to let you know that it's 2 days of eating on plan, and I'll come back on in the end of the video to discuss how it all went. So in the meantime, let me turn you around so we can get this show on the road. Thanks for watching. Good morning. As you can see here, this is what I plan to eat for breakfast and lunch on my first day back on Slimming World Plan. Here I have some fat-free cottage cheese with some cinnamon, a small banana, and a mixture of blueberries and strawberries. Back here I have my first healthy extra A, which is always my unsweetened almond milk. And for my lunch today, I'm having a salad, nothing new here. It's basically all speed. There's a few grapes, which are free. And over top of that, I have put some black-eyed peas, which are free protein and fiber on plan. Back here, I have a packet of tuna, which I'm also going to have with my lunch. I'll add it to my salad later. This is just tuna and water, so it's free protein. And I will probably be using 5 ml of extra virgin olive oil and a splash of balsamic. 5 ml of the olive oil is 2 sins. So here I have lots of protein, free food, speed food, and low sin so far for today. I've decided that I'm also going to bring an afternoon snack along with me today. In here I have some non-fat Greek yogurt. This is the plain one from Hannaford, and I put some of this delicious, if you go to Costco, you must try this cinnamon. Yum. I've added some cinnamon and a packet of stevia to sweeten it up a bit. I have 1 whole nectarine and a handful of blueberries on top. The nectarine and blueberries are speed, and the yogurt is free protein. And now it's time for me to go so I can get myself out of the house. I'll be back. Here's my dinner for tonight. It is a 0 sin plate of food, and thank you very much to my dear friend Allison, who bought me this beautiful plate as a present. I treasure it always. So on my plate, I have it half filled with some sauteed mushrooms, and then I have a quarter of it filled with a beautiful piece of salmon that I broiled in the air fryer, along with these potatoes. This is something called boniata patata, B-O-N-I-A-T-A, P-A-T-A-T-A, and it is also sweet like Japanese sweet potatoes and has lots of nutrients. I've seasoned up my food with some of this new seasoning that I bought. It was on sale at Hannaford for $3 off on each. So this is Kinder's caramelized onion butter and buttery garlic and herb. And you all know how addicted I am to my spices. You have to spice your food accordingly to the way you like it, or you're not going to enjoy it. And then guess what? You go off plan. So I'm going to go now and enjoy my meal. Welcome to, today is Wednesday. It's a work day and another day of eating for me. This morning I decided to go with some non-fat Greek yogurt, and I have lots of speed berries in here. I also have a banana, which is a free food. I'm going to have the other half later. It was a small banana, but too much for me to put in my breakfast. I have 1 packet of the organic stevia, which is free, and my coffee cup is there to remind me to tell you that I have used 1 healthy extra A for my almond milk, as I do every day. So I'm off to have some breakfast. The yogurt is a free protein, and yeah, so I'm gonna go have this now. Here we have my lunch for today. I have gone with a tossed salad, nothing new there. I have arugula and greens, which are speed, 2 different kinds of tomatoes, which are also speed, onion, speed, and then I have some corn, which is free, and some grapes, which are free. I'm going to be putting 5 ml of extra virgin olive oil on there, and that's going to be 2 sins. And I've already drizzled some of this. It's pear and walnut balsamic imported from Italy. I also have some black-eyed peas here, which are beans, and I'm using them on my plate as a carb. I am not using them as a protein because somehow my body does not react well to beans being a protein. They make me get very hungry soon after in the way that something starchy would. So, beans free in fiber and protein on plan. And then I have 2 of these little egg cups. They're vegetable with egg whites, and they have a bit of cheese in them. And I'm going to put here what the brand name is for you. They come frozen, and I'm having, again, the vegetables are speed, the egg white is free protein, and then the cheese I'll count as my second healthy extra egg. I'm backing off on any kind of cheese with fat in it now due to my blood work results. So this is going to be my lunch today, and I can't wait to dig in. Okay, let me bring you up to speed. At work, I had one shake, which is costing me 6 cents. I also had a Cosmic Crisp apple, which was out of this world with some cinnamon on it on my break. And I did end up eating the other half of that banana with my breakfast this morning that I had shown you. In my plate, I have some Spanish-style rice. It's very spicy. I guess one bag of this would be 1 cent on Slimming World. So I'm using only a third because I added in, I'll show you here, a can of peas and carrots to cut the heat because I can't have the heat. I don't enjoy it anymore and it bothers my stomach. So this technically is just some rice, no cents for the rice, and peas, which are free, carrots, which are speed. Back here I have some pickles. I consider them speed. And then I have my bun, which is a 647 hamburger bun. That's 90 calories. It's got 9 grams of fiber, and I'm counting that as my healthy extra B for the day. Under my bun, I have some ketchup, and that is 1 tablespoon for half a cent. A tablespoon is 15 calories. Then I have a veggie burger, which is free protein. And under that, I have a slice of fat-free cheese, which I am going to add in as part of my second healthy extra A for the day. Because what I had this for lunch really didn't have much cheese. So I'll make it a freebie as well. So that does it for dinner. And if I want anything else tonight, I will be having some fruit, some yogurt, or cottage cheese. I have plenty of options. I'm going to go eat now because I'm quite hungry. Hello there. It's me again, coming back now to close the videos out. I want to say that both of these days of eating throughout the day went wonderfully for me. No biggie, very easy breezy, enjoying my food as I always do. I think you probably all know that by now. I love Slimming World. The evening went a little bit awry both nights. And I have a feeling that it has to do with feelings of deprivation. I wasn't feeling extremely emotional either night. And I was hungry last night. So I have a couple things that I need to work on to tweak to prevent me being hungry after I eat dinner on a work night. And thankfully, it's only going to be on Sundays now. So this Sunday, I work 2 to 6. So that's reasonable because I normally like to have my dinner at 7 for whatever the reason. I'm used to that. So that should be okay. But I have to make sure I eat more during the day somehow, I guess. Or that I have something more prepared for after my dinner. I did not do that. Again, this wasn't even a planned thing. Remember, I was supposed to be doing Weight Watchers for 3 months alongside calorie counting? Yeah. So I have a little bit of work to do, and it's going to involve some thinking through and maybe asking others for their opinions and for their tips. But it's all going to be okay. Now, the night before, I simply just ate because I ate. Thankfully, all the junk is out of the house. There's nothing here that I can get into that can get me into trouble. So again, it's going to take a little bit more of preparedness, like a Girl Scout, a good Girl Scout, which I actually was for many years, to get the show on the road, so to speak. Now, next week, my schedule is the new schedule is in effect. So it's Sunday, 2 to 6, Monday, 10 to 2. So 2 p.m. is not a bad time for me to be eating my lunch, and I can have a fruit. Now, yesterday, you saw that I said I had the apple. That was great. And then another day last week, I had grapes. I sliced up grapes, and I sat there and I had that, and I totally enjoyed it. And it was filling to get me through the rest of my shift. My shake I'll be keeping. I may down the line decide to cut back to make it 3 points. But for right now, getting started, I'm just going to leave it be. And that's it, really. As long as, so terribly sorry for that interruption. It was another spam call. And that automatically shuts the camera off. Why? I don't know. Very annoying. So, yeah, I'm feeling really good about this because I am changing the way I look at things. I listened to Nikki, my dear friend, Nikki in a Vlog, and my dear friend, Emma Daly. They both have channels. You probably know them by now. I'll put the information here for you. They are working on cutting sugar. Emma's been on it since May, I think, and she's doing very well with it, and Nikki's following along with her. And I think it's great for both of these ladies to be doing this. I personally would like to do it as well, but I'm not ready for that yet. It's just going to have to be put on the back burner. We first have to stop eating at night. Once we stop eating at night, meaning me, then everything else should be pretty simple. But their motto is just, in other words, taking a more relaxed approach to it instead of diving in and doing everything perfectly. So that's kind of how I'm looking at this. There's going to be it's different this time. It's not the same. I'm not going into this with the weight loss in mind. Yes, I need to lose this weight. I absolutely need to lose this weight. But I'm looking at it more as a lifestyle, which I don't think I've ever really done before. And listening to Emma and Nikki has helped me to look at it from that perspective. And also my dear friend Joy Clark has been instrumental in helping me by sharing tips and her information and thoughts. She really helps me a lot with sharing her perspective. So that's it. I'm going to call these 2 days successful. I'm going to look at everything positively. I'm not going to pull wool over my eyes, obviously, or look through rose-colored glasses. But I am going to be realistic. You know, not feeling deprived during the day is very important to what I do at night. It's not cravings that I'm having. It's feelings of anger and just being unsettled and just being annoyed with being on a diet. So I'm going to look at this as a lifestyle. And sins are just going to help me. I'm going to look at sins as helping me eat healthier in the way that I have set my goals. And I'm going to look at them as a tool as opposed to what I can have. And that's something else that Emma mentioned in one of her What I Eat in a Days, talking about what I can have instead of what I can't have. And that is I think that's a great tip. Thank you, Emma. That really helped me to look at this from a different perspective. And I think that that's going to help me to accomplish my goals. Eating healthier, losing the weight, but the healthier part. You can lose weight eating chocolate if you only have 1 chocolate bar a day. That is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the inside of my body to be healthy. And that is why Slimming Worlds is going to help me. I really believe that. Okay? So, I'm done rambling on. I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'm going to hope that you are doing well with whatever you are trying to do, whatever your goals are, whatever plan you're on. And I hope that your families are doing well. You're always in my thoughts and prayers. I hope you know that. And I can't thank you enough for always being there for me. It means so much when I read your comments and just to see that people have watched the video. It makes me know that there are people out there that identify with the things that I'm sharing. And that maybe I might be just maybe getting someone to think things through better. Because that's my mission, to help other people, not to tell them what to do, but to give them food for thought, speaking figuratively here, you know. Just to get them to think about some things, you know. That helps all of us in the end of the day, doesn't it? That's why we're better together. We are in this together. You are never alone. Go to SlimWin on Facebook, join, answer the 3 questions, and you will have plenty of people in there to prove to you that you're not alone. And I am here too. So please let me know how you're doing in the comments. Thank you again. I'm going to send you these big fat hugs, and I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I'll see you next time.